he even said himself, I would be the man. I would be the guy that MMA. And it's like,
yeah, until the next fight.
It's a win-win situation for him, but it would have to be Fedor's worst day for him to lose.
Exactly.
There's no way. Hey, we're back, and this is a little segment we like to call Dream Fights. This is where we kind of put together some cool matches from.
Yeah.
So tell us about it, man. What's your pick, man?
I think everybody, wants to see this one, Fedor versus Brock Lesnar. It's probably not going to happen, and if it does, it's going to be 10 years down the road when these guys are pretty close to being done. Yeah. But I think it'd be a great fight. I would pick Fedor Emelianenko. Do you have any, other ones that you would, chime in with?
My pick, the one I thought would be pretty interesting, and it's kind of almost with a couple of guys that they're both newcomers. Would be Todd Duffy, just had his UFC debut, and Junior Dos Santos. I think
he's a beast.
3 fights, yeah. 3 fights in the UFC, I think, and he just mangled Crow Cop.
Yeah, he put Crow Cop in the retirement, basically.
I think Crow Cop's was pretty much already on his way out, but if anybody had any, which I picked Dos Santos for that fight completely, but Todd Duffy, he's got some serious punching power. I've seen him pull off a submission, so he's well rounded. I've seen him do some wrestling. He's got power. He's a guy that could be Brock's little brother, I think. And I think if he stays on the track he's on, he's already got a better record than Brock. I think if he stays on the track he's on, he may
sky's the limit,
Yeah, he may be set up for Brock fight or Junior Dos Santos fight. But anyway, that's my pick for sure, man.
Another. You said these guys are friends and they never fight, but Machida and Silva, Anderson Silva and Machida, it would be a great fight. They say they're friends, they never fight, but money talks, and if you're working for Dana and he wants something, he probably 9 times out of 10 is going to get his little way, But
I don't know. I mean, I kind of see what you're saying. But at the same time, I don't think those, the Brazilian guys, they got honor. You know what I mean? It's like honor, and I don't think they're going to bend for that. You know what I mean?
The way I see it is, if you're a fighter, you should get a friend that's not a fighter. So you don't ever, if you're going to both be in the UFC, you're going to both be in the similar weight classes. There might be a chance that, if you want the belt,
I think
you gotta beat up your buddy. I don't know.
Which a lot of other fighters that have been friends have already, like you said, man, they've already said, we may have to rumble.
Yep.
Sometime.
From Machida and Silva, we have Silva and Belfort. We have the Phenom versus the guy that's the best right now in the UFC in his weight division.
This one is in stone too. This one's gonna happen. This is gonna be a good match.
Personally, I like the Phenom, great puncher. But I'm going to have to give this one to Silva just for this guy has everything. He's got the strikes, he's got the knees, he's got the elbows, he's got the ground game. You can watch all his highlights. He's submitted or either knocked somebody out in every fashion that a person could probably do it,
Yeah.
So we're talking about one of the world's best and probably one of the best ever, in my opinion. What do you think would happen in this fight?
Yeah, I think I pretty much agree to a T. I don't think Vitor Belfort is done or anything like that. I think he's still got a great road ahead of him, and he's still a great fighter. But I don't think he's the fighter Anderson Silva is. I really don't. I don't think he can match up to the style of Anderson Silva, the natural talent that Anderson has. I don't know. But hey, you know what? You never know, man.
Yeah.
I know Vitor does have some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so you never know. We may see some of that. I don't think he's going to submit Silva, but we may see some of that. Who knows? It could be a chess match. Could be a
Vitor could get a punch in too, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see, but it's definitely. Speaking of dream fights, it's definitely almost a dream fight right there, and it's set in stone, like you said.
Man. UFC 108, January 2nd. That's
right around the corner.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome match. But we're going to be touching more on that too in the future when we get more closer to January. So for sure.
Join us on MMA Breakdown. Discussions of all things MMA. Pictures, videos, discussions, fight cards, and much more. So join us on MMA Breakdown.